Welcome once again to a Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we are looking at this time is the Kanehide TK Petty 150mm knife. This line of knives has a core steel of it's a proprietary steel, but it's a semi-stainless steel, and it's just an excellent line of knives that are really high value, really nice fit and finish for the price point. The great thing about this steel is it's super easy to sharpen. It sharpens up, takes a great edge. It reacts a lot like a high carbon steel, like a Hitachi reactive steel, like a Shitogami or an Aogami. So it's just beautiful to sharpen. If you're learning to sharpen, this is a great choice for something that has a pretty good stain resistance. It's semi-stainless, but it'll do a little bit of a patina or staining just over time. As long as you dry it when you're done, don't leave it sit wet, you should be fine. But the edge retention is actually quite good, but the steel is just awesome to sharpen. It's super great to sharpen. They take this steel to about a 61 Rockwell hardness, and the construction is mono steel, so it's all one material for the blade, no layers or cladding. The weight is 84 grams, or about 3 ounces, and it is a Yo or Western handle with a full tang. The edge length is right about 150 millimeters on the nose, which from the tip to the chin or the back of the heel, about 5.9 inches. Overall length about 10.2 inches on the whole knife. These are fairly thin blades. This one, that should be pretty consistent from these, the way they're made. About 1.8 millimeters or so at the back, and then, you know, coming off the bolster. And then we just kind of gradually thin down. This has a great taper all the way down the blade, and then thins out really nice at the tip. So these things work great. And that forward third of the blade is real high performing on these. It's fairly stiff, but you'll get a little bit of flex on this just because of the thinness of the blade. Blade height is about 29.6 millimeter from the spine down to the edge at the back of the blade. So this would be a style known as more like a utility style petty, versus if it was taller, maybe in the 34, 35 range, we kind of has a shape more like a mini gyuto, which is a little bit better for board work where you need a little clearance for your fingers. Whereas this does a lot of good, stuff. You can do a little bit of in-hand work, although it's not my favorite for that. Usually use smaller blades for that, but it's pretty versatile. The handle is just a well-executed, nicely finished black packawood handle, which is a resin-impregnated wood. Real nice fit and finish on this knife. Let's take a close-up look at it. I get the lighting here so it's not too annoying. So it's a machine finished blade. Really nice fit and finish on these. You've got some etching on the logo and the kanji on the right side of the blade. The left side of the blade is plain. They always do on this line a little bit of thinning on the right side of the blade. So you'll see a polished area that kind of goes down into the edge, and that's just thinning it down a little for increasing performance and thinness at the edge. They don't usually do that on the left side of the blade, as you can see. Really nice fit and finish on this blade overall. Real smooth. The spine is smooth, the choil's smooth, the bolster's smooth. It's all good. These also come with excellent out-of-the-box edges. There's your shot there. And I give these a good solid 6, maybe 7 out of 10 for the out-of-the-box edge. They're pretty thin at the edge themselves, and let's take a look at it on the cutting board. This is just a great line of knives. They represent a lot of value. So let's take a look. You can see I don't have a lot of clearance. If you're careful with your fingers, you can get some clearance there, or you can also just pull. If you got a board that's a little taller, just work off the edge of the board, or if the board is not tall, just work off the edge of your countertop so that we can have all the clearance you need if you are concerned about that or using it for some board work. But here's the profile. It's just kind of a good all-around profile. So a little bit of flat towards the heel, not much. A little bit of belly. So you can get pretty high on this. So this will rock nice, push-pull, pretty versatile profile. So again, just a light, nimble knife, really good performer, great through soft product, nice for detail work, slicing, cutting, general work on smaller items, pulling silver skin off of meat. There's all kinds of great stuff you can do with this thing. So there you have the Kanehide TK Petty 150mm knife.